Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I'm reviewing a film that is currently in theaters. The movie that I'm referring to is the 2025 film Honey Don't, directed and co written by Ethan Cohen. So I was honestly really excited for this film because I am a big fan of the Coen brothers. But I am starting to realize I'm not as big of a fan of when the brothers are doing solo projects. So let me tell you about the concept for this one. It stars Margaret Qualley as our main character, Honey O'Donoghue, who is a private investigator in Bakersfield, California, and to the best of my knowledge, this does take place in current times. So at the beginning of the film, Honey shows up to a car accident as she has discovered that the person in this accident was trying to set up a meeting with her. She's not yet a client, but now Honey is very intrigued as to why this person was trying to reach out to her and if the accident was in fact an accident. Now, Honey does have a few friends on the force, but she does try to primarily do everything herself. While Honey is investigating Mia Novotny, she begins to discover that there's a lot more bodies connected to this whole situation, and there apparently is a church that's involved as well. Throughout the film, there seems to be four main stories going on. Number one, Honey looking into this and all of the other bodies that start piling up because of it. Two, Honey's own love life, as she is a lesbian in a somewhat rural community. Three, Honey's family. And four, the church that seems to be involved in almost all of this. So, can Honey O'Donoghue manage to solve all of these mysteries while also dealing with her relationships and her family? Now, the first thing I'll mention about this film is something you might not know. This is technically the second film in a trilogy by Ethan Cohen. Now, mind you, it's not trilogy in the sense of a continuing story, just a continuing theme, as Ethan Cohen has called this his lesbian B movie trilogy. The reason I clarify this is because I haven't seen the first movie called Drive Away Dolls, but Margaret Qualley also plays one of the main characters in that, but is not the same character as in this film. I may at some point give that movie a chance, but I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of this film. Probably the only things that I really enjoyed about this film were one, I do like the setting or the atmosphere for this movie, as it's kind of got that noir feel, but at the same time it is modern day. And second, I liked the actors in this. I'm not necessarily a big fan of all of the characters because some of the characters really didn't feel like they fit or just didn't make any sense. But I mean, you have Margaret Qualley, you have Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans, Billy Eichner, Charlie Day, and there's quite a few other people as well, but those were the ones that I really recognized the most. Now, as for the things that I wasn't a big fan of, number one, Margaret Qualley's character of Honey O'Donoghue. It's not that she was bad, it's just it felt so weird and out of place because she played the character like she was in a noir film. The way she talked, the way she acted, dressed, just kind of like everything about the character just felt a little out of place. And for me, that just did not work. I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to go for here, but it didn't connect for me. Second for me is the story. I wasn't the biggest fan. I think going into the beginning of it and maybe almost to halfway, I was still interested. But then just a bunch of other stuff is happening and I'm kind of losing track or not fully understanding. I just felt like there was some plot holes here and there. And then the ending. I absolutely did not like the ending whatsoever. Me and everyone else in the theater at the same time pretty much all gave an audible huh as to what was that and trying to figure out what exactly the ending was trying to showcase or how could that be the ending. I don't know, there was just a lot of issues that I personally had with it. So at least for me on my scale, I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5. Mind you, that's just my personal opinion. This might be a film that you absolutely love because this is quirky and weird in such a way that maybe this does connect with some audience members, but just not for me. So, like I said, this is currently in theaters. I do recommend checking it out for yourselves. See what you think. If you've already seen Honey Don't, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Skewed Reviews. And if there's any other films coming to theaters that you think I should watch and do a review for, feel free to mention those in the comments as well.